What is happening, YouTube? The, the Grizzlies played against the New York Knicks. Of course, the Grizzlies. They're not expected to do anything too much in this season, but I'm here for my boy GG Jackson. And GG Jackson, I'll say he hasn't been doing so well lately, but until this game, he turned up. The Knicks, they were missing Randall and Grimes, and Anunoby, but they still managed to beat the Grizzlies in a comfortable fashion. But Memphis, they almost made a comeback, man. They almost made a comeback. Gotta clap it up for Memphis. They've been injured like crazy. Um, Next season, once they get everybody back, I think they're gonna be a better team, and especially with the huge steal they got with G Jackson, they're gonna be we gonna be insane. Because we got the defense, we got the hustle. It's just we're an injured team. Um, but anyways, Santi Aldama, 4 for 6, 11 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds. Um, Aldama, he seems to be an okay role player. Um, he seems more of like a guard rather than a true big man. It's kind of the weakness of him. Defense, I guess he's okay, but uh, his offense, he's he's a bit crafty. He likes to shoot the ball, but he's not a rebounding type big. That's something that we struggle on is having a true rebounding big or pretty much a reliable big. But of course, Grizzlies gonna get the top pick. Um, Trey Trey Jamison, he's been getting minutes for the past 3 games. I thought he looked all right. Um, he seems to be a kind of he's still like adjusting. He's like a two-way player. He's all right. He got 7 rebounds. Got some putbacks. He missed some shots, but it's him getting used to the league. 7 boards, 2 assists, 2 blocks. He does foul a lot. That's like his weakness. But he does have some potential. But um, you know, could be a solid serviceable big, like a backup big or something like that. John Conchar, only 5 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds. Nothing too much. He's kind of like the guy who's kind of like the guy who would like move the ball around and kind of like a. I would kind of want to say like a really Walmart Caruso. Like he doesn't really uh like do things that show up on the stats, but he gets the job done. Of course, not as good as a guy like Terrence Mann or Vince Williams, but he's all right. um, Jacob Gilliard, 12 points, 4 assists, 1 block. He's pretty turnover prone this game. Um, Other than the Grizzlies, kind of like not giving G like not giving GG Jackson, you know, enough minutes or not using him properly. One move that I kind of disagree with Taylor Jenkins is um, he doesn't really play Scottie Pippen Jr. Scottie Pippen Jr. he's been hooping with Memphis lately. He pushes the pace really quick, high basketball IQ. I think he's the Grizzlies franchise backup point guard. He's pretty solid. Um, Gotta mess with his game. Very solid player. Pushes the pace well. Vince Williams, welcome back for him. Um, Efficiency wasn't it, but it was kind of like his first game back, so he was kind of like still trying to. So he's just kind of like getting back into rhythm. He plays pretty solid defense. He kind of gave Jalen Brunson a rough time at times, like in some possessions. 19 points, 5 assists, three rebounds. A very quality 3-and-D player. Um, Gotta love his game. Fell in love with his game when he played against the Celtics. I want to say back in I want to say back on like November, something like that, before when Gigi Jackson was playing minutes. All right, going to the bench, David Roddy, 15 points, um, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 15 points. Kind of like a serviceable, undersized power forward. He could kind of like drive to the rack and shoot the ball a bit. And then Tosan, I can't pronounce his name. I'll just call him Tosan. Um, he looked better compared to last game. Last game, that guy was just missing so much easy shots, like layups and all that. But this game, he looked better. His defense um, was definitely showing up. Um, only 1 rebound and 2 assists, but he does pretty solid on defense. Derrick Rose, 12 minutes, 2 for 4. He looked pretty solid. Sucks that he's been getting hurt lately. I think he got hurt again, which is a huge bummer because Derrick Rose, he is a serviceable guard. Luke Kennard, former Clipper. That man was hitting threes when the Grizzlies needed it. Um, Pretty efficient, 50% from the field, 3 for 5, 3 boards, 4 assists. Pretty good, high basketball IQ. He's pretty nice to watch. And the elephant in the room, my man Gigi Jackson. He had a really good bounce back game. 5 from 10 from the field goal, so that's 50% from the field. 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals, 2 blocks. Pretty efficient night from him. One thing with Gigi Jackson is even if his offense isn't working, he always finds ways to contribute, whether it's on defense or rebounding and all that. Um, Love his game. Um, you know, really loved him even, you know, before the draft, like a while back. And for him to be on a team like the Memphis Grizzlies, it fits him a lot. And the Grizzlies, they always show some fight, man. Especially in our fourth quarter, towards the last minutes, they they made it sweaty. They made it sweaty. And one thing that I feel like that Taylor Jenkins should do with Gigi Jackson is just pretty much start him. Don't stunt his development. Like I would start Gigi Jackson over Conchar or even Aldama because Gigi Jackson, he does his thing, man. He does his thing, and I feel like he should be given the green light to shoot the ball more. Um, he did went against the Celtics, and it was pretty bad. Um, 8 for 24, and the Cavs 3 for 14. But you don't want to ruin his development. Um, I think if you give him the green light to shoot the ball more, I think he's gonna have one of those games. All right, let's talk about the Knicks. Precious Achiuwa, he did pretty good. He did the job by getting a lot of putbacks in. Um, pretty solid. Got him from the Toronto Raptors. 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals, 1 block. Um, Isaiah Hartenstein, former Clipper, 17 points. He did pretty good. Um, Definitely good inside of the paint. And one thing with the Grizzlies is bigs, they tend to do pretty well against the Grizzlies. Um, 8 rebounds, which is not as high as I would have expected it. I thought it would be higher, but um, he did do his thing with 7 for 8, which is pretty good. 3 assists, 2 steals, 3 blocks. Um, he did pretty well. Jalen Brunson, he had a monster night. 27 points, 4 from 5 from free throws, and 8 dimes, and 3 rebounds. He was, he was pretty darn good, moving the ball pretty well, which took advantage of Memphis, especially their ability to switch because, the Knicks, they move the ball pretty well. Memphis, that's one of their biggest weaknesses. The turnovers. Their turnovers is pretty high. They're always finding like dumb turnovers and all that, so that's how the Knicks just take advantage of us. Josh Hart, 10 boards, 10 points. Pretty good night from him. He got a huge amount of minutes. Josh Hart, he's one of those guys, man. He does the job, rebounds the ball well. Um, very, very solid. Dante DiVincenzo had a really monster night, 32 points, hitting all these threes. Um, Memphis also struggled to switch, which kind of gave him wide open. Gibson, only 2 points, nothing too much. Malachi Flynn, 6 points. Um, you know, Nothing too much. Um, Miles McBride, he's a bucket in this game. 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals. He did his stuff, man. He really did his stuff. Um, Miles McBride, I feel he's a pretty underrated role player. He's a very serviceable backup point guard. Um, Kind of gives that little Kyle Lowry vibe in him, which is he does things right. Like he could shoot the three pretty solid and play solid defense. I think he could be an underrated value grab for a team that needs a point guard. You could probably get him for like a team friendly deal, I guess. I don't know. But anyways, that should end this video. The Grizzlies, they put up a fight. You gotta be impressed with it. And my man GG Jackson, he had a bounce back game, so that feels good. So again, thank y'all so much for tuning in, and peace.